Pro Tools, which is always a good time to light up a joint because it takes forever. I have a template that I make, Mark. I want to show you. Um, so like whenever I want to do a new song in Pro Tools, I just open the template and it's like kind of ready for whatever you want, you know? So just want to show you that real quick. And I can always just like, if you like the idea of that, I can always send you the Pro Tools session of the template, and you can save it as a template for yourself, which is really easy to do. I'll show you how to do that too if you want. You literally just go up here and go to save as template. But it's already set up. Look, I have all the vocals. I mean, you can always add more, or take away if you know. You're like, okay, well, I don't have these backups. Okay, well, delete it. Um, these are routed to this folder. See, the output is going to the vocal folder, which is this. Same with all of these are routed, and then the input of this one. See, input of the guitar folder is the guitar folder. All these are routed to the guitar folder. And then that folder is routed to the master. So I don't know if you like the idea of that. I could send you that as a session, and then you can save it as a template yourself. I also have everything color coded. I have a thing on my desk right here that I taped to it that shows all the colors that I use for the scheme. Like vocals are always purple, guitar's always green, bass is blue, drums are orange, keys are yellow, strings are yellow brown, and then the folder I usually do is just one shade darker. I usually do that, but I didn't do that for this. All right, either way, who cares? If you like the idea of that, dude, I can literally just send you that as a session, and then you save it as a template yourself. Okay, so let's do this. Don't do that. All right, Shift Command I uh, will import audio. Is this what we want? Oh yeah, it's already there. Sweet. All right, so convert them to whatever you're doing here, whatever your session is here. It's always good to convert it because then there's no problems. It already does everything for you. Uh, it takes not too long. It takes 30 seconds instead of 10, whatever. So it's better to just do that because then there's no problems in your session. Also, I don't know if you have two monitors, but that's the best thing I ever did. Uh, because you can have uh, your mix window in one, and then you can have your edit window in the other. All right, so you can put it in your clip list, but if you just do, this will work. New track will be better for us because they're all going to start at the same time anyway. The clips list is over here, and you can like bring stuff in from there. That's what's good about that too. But I mean, you don't really need that. All right, so the first thing I would say is before I even play this, these are all exactly the same. I can tell there's like no difference in there. So it's literally going to be just three times the volume. Even if you pan it left and right, it's still going to be three times the volume because it's the same thing over and over.
One, two, three, four.
I mean, I knew that was going to happen, but here. So if we just get rid of those, like if you want your bass sound to be real huge, you can. There's ways with plugins that you can do that. Um, Guitar is the best. You can do left and right and everything you want with that. But the bass, I would just leave as one track. Um, do this, pan this. That's the same as that one. That's that one. Wait, I like that little lick right there, so I want to bring that out. All right. Wait, first of all, let's do this. So we have all of the guitar tracks, right? One, two. I'll do the solos separate because they're kind of separate from this. All right, so if you find the tracks that you want, right click, move to new folder, and do a routing folder, and make sure you route your tracks to the folder. Otherwise, you're going to have to do that yourself. It's just easier to have it do it for you. But if I do guitar, now these 3 tracks are routed to this. So anything I do to this track is going to happen to all 3. So, like, I want them to be green. So let's do that. Because G, I usually do, guitar, green, G. Bass, blue. It's just easier to remember. All right, so what did I say? I like that. Oh, here, let me show you one other thing real quick that's really good for just in general. So gain staging. I don't know if you know, like when you record, you're supposed to not be peaking above -6. So like, make sure you're checking your level of what your input is to make sure it's not above -6. So if you go, this is the gain audio suite. So I went to audio suite, other, and then gain. You click the track you want to do it to, and you analyze it. All right, so that one is pretty loud. So if I do this, ready? If I put that at -6, now look, if I analyze it, it's at -6. So I want everything to be like that. That's -1, so I only got to go down -5. Probably be one more just to be safe. And then you can do that for every track, and then you'll have, I guess it's really called gain staging. I do this for mixing live stuff too, because then you don't have to move the faders as much. You're not messing with this volume as much because you already did the basic. Everything's in the middle right now. I don't know how to really explain it. I guess it's something like that. Everything's kind of in the middle by doing that. Like, how's that one? No, it's low. So, and -6 is just a level that people use. Sometimes I do like -9 just to make sure there's room. These will probably be fine. One's got to come up a little bit. No, it's got to go down. What's wrong? Motherfucker. All right, so now you're at a good, just basic level. The counting is not going to matter either way.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Like you're at a good middle ground. Also, there's no drums in the beginning of that, so let's take them out. I was going to just maybe play my electric kit if I get a chance to, maybe for the drum track. But this probably won't sound too bad. All right, so the grouping I was going to show you. So the solo, we'll do the same thing. Move to a new folder, stereo routing folder, and then we'll just call this one solo. And still guitar, so we'll still keep it green. We'll just go darker. So now everything I do to both of those tracks is going to happen to those two. What color do I do drums usually? Orange. And then bass, I can just keep it blue, but I don't know. Maybe that blue, so it's separate from. And then one of these I usually like to do is like, oops. That was that one. That was dumb. I want to do this one. None is good because it's just like irrelevant from whatever it is. Like the counting isn't really. You don't care about doing anything to the counting, so it doesn't matter, Okay, so I was going to show you how to route stuff properly, right? So, actually, wait. I want to do one thing first. So we gain stage. Now, hold on. There's a part in here that starts right there that I really like. All right, so it starts right there. So if you hit B, you can separate it. So right there, right? Separate it. Like, I want to just bring that up a little bit because that part's fucking cool. And
Fuck.
All right, so you see how you can tell there if you just do a little bit of one of these chumpies, a crossfade, you won't even. And you see, you can really hear the sound of your pick hitting the strings. Okay, so if you want to use a reverb or a delay, right? You are going to want to create a new track. I think Shift Command N. All right, so Shift Command N is a new track. Stereo, you want to do an aux track, and then you want to name it whatever you want to do. So let's just say reverb. We'll do another one, same thing. This one is delay, and I'll do one more because I don't have a master track on here, and it's good to have one. Okay. Why is that up there? It's so dumb. Okay. All right, so they're down here. So the comments is good too. Like if you need to be like, okay, this is the reverb for the vocals though. Okay, so this is the vocals reverb, and then you have another one. Like at least you'll know. I mean, it's just good to use, even if you have something to be like, okay, you know, let's see, how can I do this? Tomorrow, record this, so you know that tomorrow when you come in, you're like, okay, I'll do this one next. Okay, so you have your two aux tracks right here. Okay. I don't know. I guess that's a good color. I wish there was a like a white or something. All right, so you have your two aux tracks here. I like to put them at the bottom too because they're just easier to use. All right, so reverb. Let's pick your reverb. This doesn't matter which one it is at this point. I just wanted to show you what it is. So for delay, same thing. Make sure you're putting it on the insert though. All right, so you have your delay, right? And the reverb. Now, whichever track you want to put it on, you're going to put it on the send, okay? So you could do it through the bus, but the problem is the bus is everything that's in my setup for some reason. I don't know why it does that, but if you go to your IO setup and you go to all your buses, all the buses that I've used ever, I don't know why. It's so weird. So a work around that is if you go to track, it's all the tracks that you have in your session. So down here are the two reverb and delay tracks. Okay, so let's say you want, I'll do it on the count in so it's easy to tell what's going on. All right, so you want track, you want your reverb on here. So okay, you're like, all right, here's the reverb.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So this is your amount of reverb. I'll bring it over here so you can see it better. This is your amount of reverb,
1,
okay?
2, 3, 4.
This is also the panning of the reverb. So if you're pan to the right, you can also do this and follow me and pan.
1, 2, 3.
Or you can do this and put your reverb on the left side and have your stuff on the right.
1, 2, 3.
Which is kind of cool. That's kind of a little weird trick people do. But okay, I'll just put it in the middle for now. So the good thing about that is it's not on the insert, so it's not always there. I mean, it's always there because you have it going, but it's not on that track specifically. It's on another track, so you can tell by if I
1, 2.
I muted it right now.
4.
Like you couldn't do that if you put it on an insert. If you put it on the insert, it's always there on that track. This is separately, so it's your track and the reverb track together, which is how you're supposed to do effects that are like that. So it's the same thing for the delay. But let me find like a good.
1, 2.
It's off. Hold on.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Like that's pretty good. Okay, so I'll do the same thing. So track, and then I had the delay down here. So now this is the amount of delay, right?
1, 2, 3, 4.
But here's a cool little trick you can do, right? So we have that there. All right, so you have that. It's a pretty good volume, I think, right?
2.
Yeah. All right, so if I command click delay and go over here and change it to, because I have these two sends here, I have these two additional like automation things I can do. So if I do delay and do mute, you can pick what you want and then unmute it. So because I command clicked, it didn't put the delay on until I wanted it now, because I only want it here. So watch.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Wait, You obviously, because we came in
One,
here if I
two,
solo it.
3, 4.
So that's cool to do with vocals and whatever you want, you know? You can do that with whatever you want. If you're like, oh, cool, I would just want reverb on one of these parts, if you turn it off and then use the mute for it, you know? You can also do it with the level, too. If you're like, okay, here, if you do reverb level, this is the level it's at right now. Like, if you look at this, look. So you can, if you command click, you can like bring it up for this one, and then like maybe down over here. Like, you know, you can do whatever you want. This is good for delays too and stuff. And I think I have it going for
1, 2, 3, 4.
you know, that's not a good example of it, but oh, here's what we can do. I'll show you a good way to use that here for the solo, because I was like, okay, cool. I listened to the solo and it's like it's got to go up and down, right? So, not up and down, but so that right there, right? If we go volume, right? Let's do that to there. I'll do the opposite one because you need a little flub there. We'll do it the opposite way. I'll do the other side. Oh, I didn't pan them. That's why nothing's happening. Dummy. And so the only reason I don't like doing that is because then you have to like make it kind of fade. I mean, I guess you could just make it fade. But a better way to do that, I think, would be to just do it by like the volume here. So let's see. I think we did this one. If you hit B, it separates it. You could just do that. You know, and then you just do each section like that. So separate it and then bring it down, right? Don't worry about the clicks in between right now. Like, all right, so then same thing here. Separate it and then bring that down. And I think, I don't know. This is just, I would be way more precise if I was like, when I do this, I'm just trying to show you. All right, so that one was like a little too, probably go further to make that sound better. Even further, huh? Okay, so that one. You fucker. Wait, too fucking small? I can't drag you. So once you get like what you want, I mean, like I said, I would be way more precise if I was like when I do this, but for the just for showing you, if you crossfade all these now, it gets rid of all that weird nonsense that was going on in between from the volume change, and it kind of works it out. Like you won't hear that in the song much. Why is it not going? Here we go. to be super separated from the song. To be, like do one more because I think it'll sound good if we do this. Maybe that's good. That's another cool thing, and especially the crossfades. It makes it so much better. So yeah, so if you want to add reverb to something, so even this is a good thing too, because say you want it on all these guitars, like I put them in this, I routed them to this guitar track here because now I can just put the insert on this guitar track, and now they all will have it. Unless you wanted them separate, but if you follow me in piano. So now they all have it. So now they all have it on their track, Same with the drum. I'd probably put a little bit on there. Oh yeah, EQ too. So when you EQ, you can find like trouble spots by. It's got a good one that I can show you with. I was going to use this one, but I guess I'll just use it. You can go in and what do I want? This guitar here. Okay. Alright, so I just saw that. That's what I was talking about. So you can first of all cut the lows out to make room for the bass. And then you can if you make it real big and then make your Q small, you can sweep for problem areas. Like that'll probably clean it up a little bit, maybe make it a little wider, but you can literally just do that and like that. I mean, you probably don't want that in your song, so. And the cool thing is, you barely notice shit like this, but it makes a point. And you can do the same thing if you like something too. You're like, alright, let's see. That brightens it up, but I don't want it to be that high, so maybe like that, Give it a little bit at the end here, a little boost. But like, so wait, let me hear. This is off, and this is what it's on. There's not that much of a difference, but the thing is, it'll fit in the mix better now. Well, this is gonna be the same kind of guitar here, so same thing down here and start with the same bass because I just brought it down, and then maybe just do things to make it sound a little. It's a little too loud now because I EQ'd it, so now it's sticking out. Yeah. So I don't know. I was just trying to show you a couple things, and if you want that template that I made, I can send you that as a track if you want. If you want to know more shit, I don't know, dude. This is all just shit that I learned, and I know I didn't know it before, and it fucking helped tremendously, dude. Like I know why I'm doing things now. I'm not saying that you didn't. I just know that I like from you putting them on the insert, I knew that you didn't know how to properly use those. So now you do. Like anything, like you can do anything on it on a send like that if you want. So if you just make a new track and you make it, I mean, you can make it mono if you want, but it's better stereo. I mean, whatever you want, you can do a fucking. All right, I want a phaser. All right, cool. Fucking put it on. Look, it even put it because I was on this electric track prior. It put it right here where I would want it to be in the guitar tracks, right? So you're like, yeah, I want all these guitars to have a little bit of this phaser. So let's fucking find a phaser. All right, doesn't matter. Just for the purpose of this. Now, because I named it phaser, you can just go up here, and because it's one of my tracks here, it's here somewhere. Here it is, like phaser. And then same thing. All right, so here's something. Remember I showed you about the automation stuff? So like maybe you just want it for the beginning of the song, right? I mean, well, which would then in that case you could just do this though. Wait, right? Yeah. But if I wanted to be on this one too, I can do that same thing I did before and bring it up. Command click it to turn it off. And then automate it to be unmuted for just the beginning. Probably to wherever that kind of stop is right there.
1, 2, 3, 4.
trick I learned too is wherever you think you're like that sounds good, turn it down a little bit more. Like the reverb,
One,
like when you find a nice
one,
spot.
2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Like if you're like,
1, 2, 3, 4.
all right, there's my spot. Like turn it down like a dB, because then it's perfect.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, unless you want to re-record those guitars, I mean, there you can hear the.
4.
I don't know if I can get rid of that. What do I use? Let's see. That's the best I could probably do. I don't know what else I could put on there to do that. I don't know if I could find it with an EQ. I think that's kind of a spot that you really. I might be able to take some of the highs out to get rid of it. Let's see if that works. Yeah. All right. Cool. So, yeah. Let me know if you want to re-record them or if you want to just leave it in. I mean, I don't care. I can try and mix it in the best I can. But, yeah. Chris is coming over Wednesday. I might try and play drums to that, but I think they sound kind of okay. that's where your volume should be before you master. You probably shouldn't use a limiter until you master, because then you're kind of cutting out the dynamics. It's like, you know what I mean? So like, I would just fucking select all these motherfuckers. Oh, it's not gonna do it for me. You bastard. You motherfucker. Groups. You can do groups down here too, which it's a whole nother. It's a whole nother thing, dude. Then you can bring this back up where it was. So like now we're in a good area for mastering. Which I don't know if you know, you should never do that on the same track. Like you should bounce this out to be one track instead of trying to master all the tracks that are on here. So you should bounce this out as just one, when you're done, and then master that on a, that's the difference between mixing and mastering. Mixing is mixing all these tracks down. Mastering is making that one track sound good. Did one track of all of them, Cool. All right. Let me know if you want to know more shit. I don't know if whatever. I'm here. All right. I'll send this. I'll probably just put this on like YouTube. That way, I'll send you a link. That way, it'll be easier for you to get to.